If you're looking for the appropriate sidearm to complete your loadout, getting a CO2 pistol is a great option. CO2 is very reliable in colder temperatures and performs well even in warmer temperatures. So today we're going to be taking a look at two different CO2 pistols and comparing them. The first of which is the Real Wood Grip Bell 1911.
Now on the other side of our CO2 1911s, we have the Elite Force Tactical 1911. As you can see, these are two completely different takes on the same pistol. This one is traditional, old school, low on features, high on usability, and right here we've got all the tactical stuff that we expect out of a high-end modernized 1911, and they both operate on CO2.
So today we're going to be doing a couple tests. We're going to be looking at the FPS. We're going to be looking at the variance of the FPS. We're also going to be doing a accuracy test as well as looking at the weight and the features of the gun.
Now these guns both have a lot to offer, but we want to show you how it's done, so let's get into the guns.
Now for our first test, we were looking at the FPS average, and the Bell fell a little bit short with an average of 329 to the Elite Force's 348, which is, both of these guns are perfect for CQB, but the Elite Force was much higher.
Now when it came to velocity variance, the Bell had an advantage over the Elite Force. Now the Elite Force did have that impressive approximately 348 FPS average, but its variance was huge. From our first shots to our 10th, we had a total variance of 57. That's pretty impressive, but most of the shots averaged out once we got 5 shots in and it started leveling. Now the Bell only had a variance of 7 FPS, which is pretty impressive for a CO2 pistol to be that consistent, especially with a fresh canister.
The next test we looked at was gas efficiency, which pistol can get the most shots with one CO2 cartridge, and the Elite Force took this one. It had a total shots of 77 for one cartridge, which, considering at a higher FPS than the Bell, that is pretty impressive to the Bell's 72 shots for one cartridge.
Now when it came to weight, these guns unloaded were very similar. The Elite Force was 2.01 pounds, while the Bell was 2.022 pounds. That is a negligible difference, meaning that both of these guns are going to handle pretty much identically.
Now for our accuracy test, John and I each fired these guns 10 times at separate targets so that we could take an average of the two groupings together to see the results. These are pistols. These are going to be a little bit more reliant on the shooter and being proficient with the gun. Now the distance we fired at was 11 yards and we both used .20 gram BBs.
Now we wanted to test these and see how they would perform right out of the box. We took them out, charged them, loaded them. We didn't adjust the hop up and see how they performed. Now the Bell was actually very surprising. It had a slight down curve right out of the box, but it was very consistent and easy to keep on target once we found our zero. Now the Elite Force pulled up a little bit more, but we could have adjusted for that by putting heavier weight BBs or fixing the hop up.
Now outside of the performance, let's look at how these guns compare with the look and the feel for the shooter. The Bell 1911 is much more of a classic 1911. It does not have the rail or the enlarged serrations that the Elite Force has. It also is missing the ambidextrous safety, but the one thing you do get is the real wood pistol grips, which can give this gun a really cool look.
Now with the Elite Force, you're getting more utility out of this with the threading, the rails, like the neat little ambidextrous features, so you're going to be spending more. It's $119.95 for this at stock price, but the Bell is only $79.95, and its performance is extremely competitive with the Elite Force. So if you're looking for a simpler pistol, you don't need something super tacked out, the Bell is an excellent choice. But if you want something that's going to look great on a mil sim kit, is something you can expand on in the future with modular accessories, the Elite Force is the way to go.
Well guys, thanks for watching. I hope this has been helpful when choosing your next airsoft pistol. Be sure to give the Bell a look on our website, as well as the Elite Force 1911. Elite Force has a great name for making really good pistols, and they're very durable. Thanks for watching. Also, be sure to let us know in the comments if you have any questions, and let us know what guns we should compare next. Thanks for watching, guys.